Hello everybody, welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. It's finished here at Villa Park. Aston Villa 3, Newcastle United 0. Aston Villa absolutely battered us tonight, unfortunately. From first minute to last, I've got absolutely no complaints today. Villa were the best team by a country mile. Newcastle really poor, just couldn't break down this Aston Villa side. And sometimes you've just got to give credit where credit's due. And Ollie Watkins today absolutely battered Sven Botman and Fabian Schär. He had them on string. Really was a tough afternoon for Newcastle. Started off really poorly in the first half, first 15 minutes. Villa really started very well. Nick Pope made a couple of good saves. In terms of a Newcastle point of view, the best was probably an Isak shot, which was well saved by Emi Martinez. But Aston Villa did take the lead, and it was through Jacob Ramsey, who was Villa born and bred. It was a cross from the right-hand side. Ollie Watkins heads it down into the path of Jacob Ramsey, who smashes it past Nick Pope. And Aston Villa deserved to be 1-0 up. They could have been 2-0 up and 3-0 up if it wasn't the fact that Nick Pope made a fantastic save on Ollie Watkins. And then Jacob Ramsey hit the crossbar from about 7 yards out. I have absolutely no idea how Villa went 2-3-0 up at half-time. But at 1-0, Newcastle was still in the game, and going into half-time, changes had to be made because Villa had so much space on the wing. We were so tight in the middle. Emery just outclassed Howe today in tactics-wise. Eddie Howe's been brilliant for Newcastle this season, but Emery just had the better of him today, and Newcastle had absolutely no answer. Newcastle had a big chance in the second half before Villa made it 2-0. Jacob Murphy's shot was just wide, and Alexander Isak had a massive opportunity. Shot on the edge of the box, curling towards the far right-hand post. But Emi Martinez made a fantastic save, and that was probably the best they got for Newcastle at 1-0 down in the second half. Watkins had a goal disallowed for offside. Linesman didn't put his flag up. Shock on that one. Referee and linesman were really poor from a Newcastle point of view today, but that doesn't take away the fact that they were by far the better team. And Ollie Watkins did get 2 goals. The first one, great play down the left-hand side, and who's there to put it away on the turn? Ollie Watkins. I think that's something like 14 goals now scored in the Premier League this season. I think the majority of them have been under Unai Emery. It just shows the transformation that they've had this season. And Newcastle then, with 3-0 down, really poor defending from the right-hand side. I had a bit of a pretty good view from it. On the byline, plays it back to Ollie Watkins, takes a slight nick off Kieran Trippier and takes it away from Nick Pope ever so slightly, and Newcastle with 3-0 down. And look, if someone said to me before we play West Ham and Brentford, you're going to take 6 points out of the next 3, you'd be thinking, yeah, I'll take that, considering the circumstances. But maybe a slight missed opportunity in terms of a Newcastle point of view. But again, I have to say Aston Villa thoroughly deserved this here at Villa Park this afternoon. Big game next week against Tottenham. We've got the last word for the Aston Villa game, but then what a huge game that is next Sunday at St James's Park. Let's forget about this one and move on to the rest of the season. Are Aston Villa now in the fight for the Champions League places? They're now on 50 points, we're on 56, but we do have a game in hand. The way they're playing now, can't certainly rule them out at this moment in time. But yeah, it has finished here at Villa Park. Aston Villa 3, Newcastle United 0. Get your thoughts in the comments below. Who was your man of the match? Why did we get battered? Let's be honest, why did we get absolutely battered today? And would you make any changes for next week? Because I think there's a couple of positions up for grabs, especially on the wings. Let's see what happens next week at St James's Park. But it's finished here, Aston Villa 3, Newcastle United 0. This has been the match reaction, and we'll see you all very soon.